All right, cool. All right. Well, good morning, everybody. We have 20 minutes until the market opens. And oil has dropped to 104, 105-ish dollars a barrel, which is a little bit of a pullback from yesterday's movement. And consequently, the energy sector is depressed today, is down a little bit. Also, the entire market is down a little bit today. However, what's interesting to me is gold. Gold is gone from 1985 to 1960 in just the last few minutes. So there's some kind of drop on gold going on there, and rates, though, are going up. There's a lot of very interesting information going on here, because when gold goes down like that, that's like an obvious ATM withdrawal, which occurs when somebody wants to put money into, typically it's the stock market, but it doesn't have to be, I suppose. It could be bonds, but they want to take their cash out of gold and put it somewhere. So the money flow has to go somewhere, or should go somewhere, or probably will go somewhere. But yeah, rates are up now to 2.925. It's going to be really interesting when they break 3. That could happen today. 3% from the 10-year. Let's go pull up a 10-year here. So we're getting really close to 3% on that, which would be the highest level seen since 2018. And even that peaked at only 3.25. But this 10-year, it can go a lot higher than that with the Fed force raising rates now. And they've pretty much been at this level at peak 2013 and 2018. So according to these kinds of rates, we're well out of the recession and on our way, and the economy should be fully moving at this point, but that's not the case. So, and that's due to a lot of relationships to inflation. We didn't arrive at this point very smoothly or naturally. That's what happens when you print money. So anyway, that's going to continue to bode heavily on growth stocks and tech, and innovation and innovative stocks and companies, because they can't get loans quite like they used to, and the loans and the debt that they do have is then payable at a much higher rate. So, what did cost a certain degree of amount of money per however often they have to pay their debts, now it's much higher than it was before. But in 2018, it's where we were accustomed to. In 2013, same. So, but what we really are going to be alarmed by, what's really going to put the pressure on, is when and if we break those recent all-time highs of 3.25. 3.25% on the 10-year is a heavy spot. That's a lot of gravitas. That's when they might have to start laying off employees, because they've got any company with enough debt is going to have to do something about that. And what you want to do is you want to look into the debt profile over the last 4 or 8 quarters for any company you're thinking of investing in, and double check that it's been chipping away at its debt and that it's going to reach an acceptable low level of debt by the time this is way beyond where it should be. All right, so in any event, and then Bitcoin is back up to about 41,000 and holding. And And then the market itself, like I said, is just, it's down a little bit, but pretty much indicating sideways today. So a little bit more of the same. And there's really no momentum pre-market stock to speak of at the moment, although I'll check out your guys' PMCB, says JR. Check that out. Let's see. PMC. Yeah, there we go. In fact, I'll get in that right now as it's in this little base. So we do have one, PMCB. I'll pull it up where maybe over INDO. I just really want to keep a good watch on INDO. You guys don't let INDO get away from us today. PMCB. Now, why that didn't show up on my momentum scanner list, I don't know. But good job, JR. Mentioned CRXT. Russ and Rebecca, can you guys figure out how many shares are traded on those and what percentage they're up? We're looking for a minimum of 20% up from yesterday's close at some point. It doesn't have to be there now. At some point, the high of the spike of whatever the reaction was pre-market should have been at least 20%. And the number of shares traded over 1 million. You have to have some criteria. That pretty much is usable. I mean, if it's got 800,000, it might be something worthwhile. PMCB failing out now. Going to get all out of that. Let's see if it can go lower, and maybe I'll grab it on a different dip. We've got 12 minutes until the market opens to get prepared here and make sure we're ready to go. This is earnings season has started to begin. And I know that Netflix reports after the close today. So if there's any other ER names of interest you want me to check out, happy to do so during our time here. Let's take a look at Netflix. So Netflix couldn't be more ideally sitting at its recent all-time lows. Recent all-time lows. It hasn't been at this level since 2 years ago, approximately, and that was coming out of the pandemic. Before that, yeah, pretty much that's where it was. In 2018, 19, and 20, these were the levels that Netflix was at. Pandemic happened. Everyone wants to watch Netflix because they got nothing else to do. while they're shut in at home. And now pandemic is roughly over, and we're sitting back where we started. Kind of makes sense. So, and unless in the last year and a half Netflix has done something to transform its forward outlook based on, uh, being where it was in 2018 and 2019, and implementing some kind of a strategy that can take advantage of the lower subscriber count that they now have than the last year and a half. Yeah, I don't really know that it's going to have any kind of a major surprise. Either way, the right way to trade ER is after ER. And we'll see what it does, and then we'll take a follow-through trade. We'll take an initial bite on day one, play an ER day trade, and then keep some for day two follow-through, and add to that on day two. All right, Ader. That is moving, but is it up more than 20%, JR? Yesterday's close. I think it is. There's some movement there, but I don't think it, I don't think it is. So that's not really something that we trade. Weak. Prone to failure, not prone to massive follow through. It was at 655 yesterday, and it's at I think 677. Is that right? So that's up 3%. That's just not interesting. That's not useful. Yeah, it's just we want to be in these things at the right moment, but for a lot of reward, because there's so much risk in them. How much do you lose when you lose on these kinds of stocks? What percentage loss do you endure on the capital risk on these kinds of stocks? It can be bad, It can be 5, 10. Sometimes you can get your ass handed to you. It can be even 20%. So we need stocks that are already over 20%, ideally 50% or more is really where we want to see it, so that we know the volatility is there and highly expanded, and then we can get some kind of a potential return on that. That chart looks so familiar. That's Ader. Yeah. Somebody asked to look at Zim. Okay, sure, yeah. And by the way, you guys out there on TikTok, if you'd like to join our trading group, just click the link in my bio. Okay. So Zim, somebody wants to look at Zim. Let's see if there's anything going on. So Zim is a shipper, but it's not a leader in its industry right now. So it has potential to bottom reverse from here, but by the time it's potential, that whole shipping trade might be over. So that's why leaders and not laggards. And this one's not a leader right now. The sound is bad. All right. Out to this mic. Is this better? Hello. Much better. All right, good. All right, I'm looking for some kind of a turnaround on PMCB. Hasn't really happened yet. I'm watching it to see if we can find bottom on that, but that's a pretty big pullback. I'll risk that this could be the bottom by getting in now, because there's been about 3 minutes of hanging around here. What happened with KLDO? Isn't that natural gas? Oh no, Kaleido Biosciences. What happened with it? I don't know. Doesn't look like something I want to be in. So somebody asks about a stock called NP. Nina. Could have been Noonie, but it was Nina. Nina manufactures premium fine papers and technical products for commercial and corporate markets. I'm not familiar with what they do, but that's in the paper products industry, which is currently ranked 39th out of 200 industries. So that's decent, but the stock is doing pretty bad as far as profitability goes, and it is probably not the best in its industry. We got 4 minutes until the market opens. Oh, I got to get all out of PMCB. It's breaking the support level that it just created in those last few bars. Well, maybe not. Maybe it found a little support right on that dip. But I'm monitoring it. All right. Somebody wanted to look at TEL. Better. Okay, cool. Thanks. Yeah. I mean, it's interesting that today people will invest in Netflix based on their programming, based on the content they're creating. Because it used to be that Netflix was going to be the blockbuster of streaming, the blockbuster of streaming, and then it killed Blockbuster. So it looked like it was making all the right moves. And then they went into the movie business and the production business. And those businesses are very risky and struggle. And I just don't like the company anymore. It's just not, it's not what I invested in. I'm not in it for this whole idea that they can have the best content. Yeah, that's a battle I'm not interested in investing in. That's very high risk. So, but now it's interesting that people who come to the market now who are young, the younger generations, invest in Netflix for that reason. Oh, those shows are great. Netflix shows are the best. Invest in that. That's just, yeah, it's just ridiculous. Because if you had any idea how competitive content creation is, Netflix doesn't have the magic formula. Maybe they do for now, and they're willing to bet on it. But there's no patent on the magic formula. Anybody else can create, creative content, and they do. And that remains to be a very competitive field with players who have as much capital as them, but more experience and maybe even more talent. So I think Netflix is become a utility service and is not going to go one way or the other for the next 50 years. Somebody wanted me to look at JP Morgan. Financials have not been doing well over the last 4 months. Banks, investment firms. All right, we are holding this level on PMCB. I will risk planting some seed right there. And we'll see where it goes. Yep. Well, all right. That's what you say. Somebody said Netflix earnings report will be positive. It really doesn't matter because you could be wrong. So that's a guess, and we don't guess. So we'll wait till tomorrow, and we'll react to the Netflix earnings. What are you saying? Crocs? Crude? What was that? Hal, yeah. I don't know why it always pulls that one up. You're talking about Halliburton, I think. Yeah, Halliburton continues to do great. So, the time to get in would have been on any base rebreaks. Probably the best second entry was at 33.50. Well, here goes the market, guys. And Apple is put in a red candle there, looking like it's going down. Amazon as well, and Tesla indicating down. Industrials moving up. Industrials moving up, growth moving down. But this is still opposite of what you would take money out of gold for. Okay, all out of PMCB. Broke that support level. Looks like Lulu you could potentially add to if it continues to push up over the next few minutes. Your Lulu position. Ooh, getting some strong correction from AMR. Gonna have to pull out of that. Robinhood could become a short today. Hood, HOOD. Oh, we're getting a reversal on PMCB, getting back in. Okay, I just put out that Robinhood alert. Is this live? Yeah, this is live. This us is live. What do you say? Yeah, Hood has been bearish a while. Excellent. Yeah. Target, putting in a continuation day. I'm going to double up on Target. Oh gosh, there's a rebreak on PMCB, all out. Not sure if it will let me grab that many shares. Let's see what happens. Could be the annoying Aider and STSS breakout. Okay, there's STSS. Yeah, I see STSS breaking out for sure. So let's pull that up. PMCB is dead. All right, we're getting some pullback on STSS. When it forms bottom or rebreaks, will be an entry. Entering a little there on STSS. But if it doesn't follow through, I'll pull out. No, out. Let it drop some more. Let it find its bottom. There it goes, dropping. So that's that instinct I was talking to you about. I'll pick some up down here, and then let's see what happens. It's not following through again, so I'm all out. What do you want to do, STSS? Vero bringing in some volume, breaking out. Yeah, that's too low volume. All right, STS started to throttle up. Getting back in. STSS, rather, is what it is. It's going to try to break 3. STSS currently probably one of the hotter stocks at the moment. Hotter momentum day trading stocks. What's this? How does Target look to you? Yeah, I just doubled up on it. Looks great. Getting 50% out on STSS for lack of follow through. It's not following through, getting back in. And here it is. There's the break of 290. See if I can buy any more. Yep, I did get some more. And let's see if it can pop 3. There was a lot of resistance at 296. All right, 298, 3. We hit 3, and we're chewing through those shares at 3. It looks possible if the demand continues. There we go, 3.01, 3.03. We're still getting bids at 299 though, 295, so it's not strong enough yet. Until we can see some solid support at 3. $299, $293. There's the 3. 3, finding support at 3, $299. Back to 295. Having trouble getting through that $3 level. 298. 97. A lot of resistance at 98. Okay, we got support at 299. I need to see support at 3. There we go. There we go. Now we're hitting 304, 305. 304, 305, 307. And I'm going to take out half my position right there. And I still have more running. 310. Take a little 10% out right there on that pop above 310 to hit 315. Take out another 50% as it's struggling in this spot. Okay, all out. That's a long time to wait. It's probably going to lead to some pullback. I'm going to wait for the next pullback. That's it for me. That was the whole move for me. It may go more, and I'll get in if I need to. Otherwise, I'm waiting for some pullback. All right, it is going 320, 324, 325. Very extended now. It needs to breathe. If it breaks 325, I'm going to be forced to get back in. Yep, it did. All right. This one's out of control, probably heading towards a halt. But the halt level is... I can't even see it on my chart yet. Okay, yep. We're building up a lot of demand now. This is getting across everyone's radar. 344. 350, 355. 361. Taking out half of my position right here. Gotta make it worthwhile. I don't see the halt level coming soon. All right, getting all out as we head back into the 40s. This could be the pullback before its next move. All right, traded that pretty much perfectly, other than doubting it at around 315. The Qs are moving up on the day, and so is SPY and the industrials. Everything's moving up on the day. PRTY party. Okay, that's got some momentum, but it's not a ton to speak of. BTAI GGR. No. SBNY. SBNY. No. ACC. No. ADER.
Yeah, that's not a big momentum move on Nader. That's follow through. You wanted to have been in that. Let me see what's going on with Ader fundamentally. Gonna let STSS rest for a bit. Test its levels there. NSA, no. EXR. Yeah, EXR looks like an entry for swinging. Perhaps not. Getting conflicting volume information here. Different data sources. It looks good from a relative strength level. Yeah, we could try EXR, swing 100. Alerting it now. Okay, getting back in STSS. All right, I sent out that EXR alert. EXR is in public storage in Puerto Rico, Washington, D.C., and 41 other states. Okay. All right, grabbing a little bit more of STSS. Oh, it's down 20 cents or 10 cents from the top there. TBLT starting to show some positive movement there. I wouldn't trust it till it breaks 28 cents. TBLT. Tesla on the move. It looks like it's about to break pre-market high at 1,013. Adding some more to STSS. If it doesn't break down, then this is a support level. All right, STSS starting to make a move up now. It's trying. Support level at the moment on STSS is 325. If that doesn't hold it, then it's moving down to another zone. And you don't want to be in below 325 long. There we go. I'm all out. 324. Okay, didn't break down, so we're still getting some supportive action from the 325 area. Basically went to 324 and then picked up. The Zim, we already talked about Zim. Lulu is having a good day. Yes. If you're not already in Lulu, you can add to your Lulu. I mean, if you're in Lulu, it's time to add to your Lulu. STSS looks like our best mover at the moment. Take a look at GGR. No. There's the breakdown on STSS. It couldn't hold that 320 level that I got out of earlier. Take another look at ADER. No, sideways topping, not a lot of move, not a lot of percent. All right, the market is now moving up strongly, all of it, broadly, the industrials, Qs, and the S&P 500, and Bitcoin also. Pretty much just everything is moving up. Yeah, you can buy in today on Lulu. So that was a breakdown on STSS, by the way. That's the back. Now it's entered the back side of the trade. So there's no trade there until maybe later in the day. Sometimes that can speed up a little faster, but the trade on STSS as an opportunity for long is over for a while. Look at that. That's S&P 500 heat map, you know? So that's like a 9 or 10 to 1 ratio of gainers to losers. That's a pretty strong day. That's what I was just looking at, Jack. Found some support, bounced back up. Let's see what it does here. Overall, you could size down probably. Because strong pullback. I'm not in the ABBV anymore. Yeah, probably we did, Chris. Let me pull it up and see where we're at with that. See where you would be at with that. Oh yeah, yeah, we're not in that. Well, absolutely. Well, which breakdown? You mean the breakdown today or the breakdown 4 days ago? I think I got out yesterday because there was lack of follow through. We got in. Well, how long have you been in? We got in like 4 days ago. No, yes, we got in 4 days ago on a potential bounce. It followed through the next day, but then the next day did not. And that's when I got out. And I believe I got out at a profit. But it didn't follow through. It was a down day. It wasn't the kind of action we're looking for from a bounce. And today is follow through on that. I'm going to increase my MUR. Anybody out there? In that, you can know that I'm increasing that. The market is running. That's the increase point that I was looking for on Ulta. And it looks like there's nothing going on in momentum land. So that's good. Any other questions? Otherwise, that's our morning session. You want me to check on a position? Especially a swing position, because that makes the most sense. Yeah, I said hood short. We alerted that this morning. Tallow is a great company. This could be seen as an opportunity to buy in on a bit of a pullback today. But maybe it's going to go into a consolidation. So Raytheon is just sideways for another day. Actually, it is increasing in projected volume, so I think institutions are probably sneakily getting into this one. They're trying to keep the price down, but they're also needing to allocate. So it's looking good. Looking good. Nothing's happening on AMC. PAGS, I like it as a company. This recent bottom reversal was decent, but it then broke that. And so it's going to take a little time to base out again and create another trade. Can I explain what your students can expect lesson-wise? So, for example, my Market Mastery, there's hundreds of video lessons that are on demand. So you go in there and you just start learning whichever topic or section you want to learn. But at the beginning, in the introduction, I talk about what you should learn first. And there is a bit of skipping around, but otherwise there's hundreds of videos in there that you can learn. And then private lessons wise, you get an hour. We do it by an hour block, and we can cover what you want to cover as far as your goals. But I'll also let you know what you need to know that you may not even know you need to know. Yeah. How did we find STSS? Good question. I don't even remember at this point. I think it was because of pre-market activity. Oh, MP3 or Michael says he's watched them all. It's really good stuff. Watch one video per day. I like that. MPLX coming up on the alerts. Let's see. No, and then almost, but HRT. That's just too volatile. No, thank you. We want stuff we can get big in. And that's not it. Okay, good. You don't know what you don't know. If you actually knew you didn't know anything, then you would actually know something, which you don't. Yeah, exactly. That's what Michael just said. All right, let's see where this day goes. We've definitely planted a couple of seeds this morning. Those alerts just went out. Hopefully you got in on it. And I'm going to be researching some of the earnings that are coming up and continue to figure out if we got some swing trades we can get into or we can stack. All right, have a good morning, everybody. I don't use a news streamer, but the only reason for that is I haven't found an all-encompassing news scanner. A lot of them exclude certain sources because of various licensing issues there. But I would love to have a news scanner which can alert me from anywhere and everywhere. All right. Catch you in the group, guys. For those of you out there on TikTok, make sure you click the link in my bio to come check out our trading group.